Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
Put your bag there. Put your bag there. Turn around.
What am I going to jail for?
You're under arrest for shoplifting.
Welcome back to Advocacy Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today we have a good one, guys. In today's episode, we'll unpack a wild case from Coral Springs, Florida. Seems like we're in Florida quite a bit nowadays, right? Well, we have a woman named Alexis that thought she found a loophole in retail law. She loaded up 2 shopping carts with merchandise at a Walmart, bagged the items as if she'd already paid for them, and you know what happened next. But the Florida law just doesn't buy that, and neither do the police. Let's see how it all unfolded, and let's talk about it. This is a felony fiasco. Let's jump right in.
She took this too long.
What am I going to jail for?
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
Put your bag there. Put your bag there. Turn around.
What am I going to jail for?
You're under arrest for shoplifting.
But these are supposed to be for returns.
They're supposed to be for... See how this works is you can't take stuff from inside and not pay for it and take it out and then return it. That's called fraud. It's called stealing. That's how that works. You kind of have to pay for stuff before you return it.
I got the mail half the thing. I think 54 and 56 are...
Can I turn off my stuff, please? Can I turn off my stuff, please?
54, yeah, we got both detained. We can go back to Maine.
Is there anything I can do? Can I pay for all the stuff besides go?
No. That's not how it works.
I'm not being sarcastic.
No, I'm not being sarcastic either.
Can I-
You're an adult. You can't steal stuff from the store, 2 cartloads full of stuff, and then say, oh, I'm in handcuffs now I want to return it. Okay? Is this your driver's license in here?
My driver's license is not in there.
It's not in here?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't think so.
You wouldn't think so?
Okay. Well, can I look and pick up the car? Because I do have a car here.
We need to get a receipt for everything. So hold on, we'll take this
That's
one
my
too
uncle.
once he's ready.
And that's my brother.
Is that who was with you?
No, that's not him.
Who is with you?
That's my god brother.
Your god brother?
Yes.
What's his name?
Junior?
Junior?
Yes. Yeah, that's my brother. Can you turn it off, please?
I don't even know what it is.
It's just on the screen. No, just light it up, please. Can I make a call for the car?
No.
You have anything with me sticking your herming and needles in there?
No.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna go with you so that way we can get the receipt and you'll go to the office. What?
We'll put her in the same car with Mark, have Mark watch them both, and then...
No. They do not go in the car together. No.
You passed that already.
We were done with that.
You're done with that. You stole the bags to begin with.
No, that's my bag.
No, you stole these bags to begin with. Your sticky hands got into my stuff. Look, there they are. You even have more. In your own personal bag that you just said is yours.
That is my personal bag.
And who's
in
in
a
yours?
mini bag. I'm a mini bag.
Take that. Put her in your car, and then he can go in his car.
I'm sorry?
And then I'll get everything started and go from there. Yeah, just start getting IDs and we'll go from there. I'm recording, so. Food. Nice. Where were they bagging this up?
So they went into, well, they were in 2 different departments. They went to the shoe department where they did most of it.
Okay.
And they did some where the towels are.
Okay. And they were bagging it as...
They were bagging as they were going.
Okay.
All the merchandise back. So I can take pictures.
All right, cool. I'll go with you.
She's going to go right here.
You want me to hand it to you? Or do you have a gun that's...
I have a gun.
Mount?
No. 78293.
Felony. All right, perfect. I'm gonna go outside and
Another copy.
check on my guys, and then I'll come in and get you guys information, so that way you can start doing
Send me
the.
the link and all that.
We'll do all that. Yeah,
And,
perfect.
we'll trespass them.
Oh yeah. That's part of the thing. Thank you.
I have to have someone come get that car.
Yeah, or it can get towed.
No, but then you have the keys, they won't be able to get it. So that's what I'm asking
Well,
you.
I'll call the tow and then they will get the keys. We'll give the keys to the tow.
They live around the corner. Can they pick it up, please?
Listen, you realize you're committing a crime, right? You're really
asking for, like-
committing a crime. We can't be. We're not going to be assisting you with what you want to do because you're committing crimes and now you want to not tow your car. 30 feet.
It's not about me not telling my car. I'm just asking politely if they can come pick it up. Can they or no? Can they?
No.
Sometimes they allow it.
What is this? Is this in the pocket that goes into?
Sometimes they allow it. That's what I'm asking you.
Allowing what?
Because they won't have a car.
I don't know what you're asking me. I'm
If
confused.
my people can, if the car owner can come pick up the car.
We'll figure that out.
I'm being very respectful.
No,
I
you
know
are.
I'm
Yeah, I
fucked
know.
up.
I know. Yeah, I
I'm
know.
being very
I know.
respectful.
Yes,
I'm not
you
trying
are.
to disrespect you. I'm just asking if it's a possibility that I can call.
Okay,
so they can
we'll
pick up the
see.
car.
We'll see on depending on how you cooperate from here on. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right. I'm gonna read you real quick your rights. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta help me on the real quick.
Can I do it?
Is your cuffs real quick? Make sure they're locked.
Oh, I'm not gonna.
No, I know. No, not like it's locked in terms of like so it won't get tighter for you. So it doesn't like put more pressure on your wrist.
Okay.
Okay. So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney prior to or while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed at county expense to represent you before any questioning if you so wish. If you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you?
Yes.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me or talk to us?
Say it again?
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
Well, about the carving.
About
job?
everything that just happened now.
I'm asking you, can we pay for my troubles instead of going to jail? Because I know
Well, listen, having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
I'm talking to you.
Yes or no? I need a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, I don't know exactly what happened. Yeah.
Do I have his ID?
No. Your ID.
No, I don't have my ID. with
You
me.
don't have your ID? None of
No,
these three.
that's my uncle and my cousins. We went out, so they didn't
Okay.
have a bag.
Okay. Social.
Can you call my husband off my phone?
Huh?
Can you call my husband off my phone? Like, can you do it? Like, just go to the contact and tell him to pick up. I could just say, come pick up the car.
Like I said, I'm gonna figure that out at the end. Your car is the least of your worries right now. Literally, your least of your worries. That's the last question you need to be asking right now. There's a lot of things we gotta figure out first, because obviously you committed a crime. So
No, I told him something. That's what I'm asking. I've asked.
Right.
Can
Okay, but
pay for it myself.
so I'm gonna ask you once and once only, okay, about what happened, and you need to tell me the exact truth. If you don't tell me the exact truth, that's gonna be on you. Okay? So tell me from exactly what happened, what you stole, everything, from literally where you went.
Towels.
So
and
where's?
the-
Huh? So what time? Who do you come here with?
I came here with my godbrother.
Okay, and what car?
This a white Chrysler.
Huh?
A white Chrysler.
A white Chrysler? Okay. And it's parked in the parking lot right now?
Yes.
Okay. So then you parked in the parking lot with your godbrother, and what's his name?
Junior.
Junior? Okay, with Junior. And then after that, you guys, what happened after that?
I went in and I grabbed some towels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grab some, that's it. So you're telling me all you did is grab some towels, no other items.
No, it was mainly towels and
So you're admitting to stealing these towels?
I'm compromising with you.
Okay, I know.
I'm not trying to be the truck.
No. I'm just understand. I want to understand that you're admitting to. You're not just saying that you just. I want you to understand this is a crime. Like you understand that's wrong, right?
I totally understand, but I'm not going to give you extra trouble. Like I'm not a trouble. I'm not trying to give you problems.
So you admit to taking the towels without paying for them, and also what else do you admit to taking?
The towels without paying for them, and what else was in the cart? It was some a knife set. It was a knife set.
Okay. All those items in the cart, those are all items that you took and you were gonna plan on taking them out of the store without paying for them, right? The shopping cart that I saw in your hands, correct?
The shopping cart that you see in my hands. You said what?
Those 2 shopping carts that you had when I stopped you over there before I handcuffed you?
I had 1 shopping cart and have 2 shopping carts. Maybe my godbrother had 1 and I had 1?
No, you had 2 right there. You had 2, and then you had 2 shopping carts.
I had 1 shopping cart. I had 1 shopping cart.
Okay, so everything in that shopping cart, you admit to obviously stealing,
I
right?
had the shopping cart with the beddings. I had the shopping cart with the sheets in
With
it.
the sheets. Okay, so those sheets you weren't planning to pay for, right?
I mean,
Because you passed all the points of sale, right? You passed the store, so you were obviously gonna. We're gonna
I was
resell
really-
it. We're gonna resell
I
it. We're
was
gonna
really
use.
trying to do a return. I stood at the return line originally.
Okay. Okay. And then so you're passing them, and then what were you planning on doing after? You're gonna just use them for your house, or were you gonna like return them later, or sell them later? Like, what was the purpose of you stealing?
Just being dumb. I was just being dumb.
Okay. Well, I know. But what was the purpose? You were gonna use it?
No.
You weren't gonna use it? So you're just stealing for not your own use?
That's why I was asking, can I just pay my troubles? Like, if I can. I know sometimes they work.
No. Okay. Let's say we never caught you. Let's say none of this happened. Let's say you just walked out.
I really
what were you
wouldn't
gonna
know
do
what
with
I
those?
would have done.
You don't know what you're gonna do.
I really wouldn't know what I would
Okay.
have done.
All right. Give me a second, okay? Hey, Martin. You 54. You 29. Check him.
Are you really gonna ask for the because I don't want it to be.
Oh, 56, 1092. Huh?
Summer.
Felony?
Yeah, 782.
Okay.
No way we can like pay our troubles.
No, ma'am.
you're good.
That point has already been passed, and it's a felony amount of what
It's
you
a
took.
felony?
Yeah, it's a felony. Anything over $750 in the state of
how much
Florida.
is it?
It's like $782 total. Okay. What's your first name?
Lexus.
Lexus or Alexis?
Alexis.
Alexis. A-L.
EXIS. I thought he got all the information on it.
Yeah, that's all right. I like to get it myself. How tall are you?
I don't know, 5'4".
How much do you weigh?
I'm not sure. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I really
No.
don't know.
You have any tattoos?
I don't.
Where?
Hey, you confirm his ID, right? You looked at the photo? Okay.
And did you have a Florida driver's license?
No, it's not on.
Not on you, but you have it. You actually went to the DMV, got your
Yeah.
picture taken? Okay. All right, great.
All right, so officers respond to a shoplifting call at Walmart. We have Alexis being detained by Walmart staff when they caught her trying to leave the store with over $780 worth of merchandise. She asked the officers if she could go ahead and pay for it now, but that's not going to be how that ends. They told her this isn't reality TV. This is real life. Once you cross $750, it becomes a felony. No refunds, no do-overs. Now, she claims she just wanted some towels and then admits to sheets, then knives. Then she admits that it was all just kind of dumb. Did you notice that the officers pointed out that she had some bags? In the end, it finally came out that she admitted to just wanting to grab some stuff, bypass the checkout, and deal with it later. Let's talk about what exactly deal with it later means. Let's jump into the law. Under Florida statute section 812.014, theft is defined as knowingly obtaining or using the property of another with the intent to temporarily or permanently deprive them of it. If the value of the stolen property is over $750, it qualifies as grand theft, which is a third-degree felony. And once again, that's punishable by up to 5 years in prison or 5 years on probation and a fine of up to $5,000. Even if Alexis claimed she meant to return the items, the law is clear. Once you take property with the intent to deceive or avoid payment, a crime is committed. Offering to pay after being caught doesn't erase the offense. And notice there was an old type of scam that used to be called retail return fraud. And that's when you steal something or somebody else stole it and you take it back and try to get the money for it. All right, let's jump into the evidentiary standards. Let's move through these 6 levels of evidence that's used by law enforcement and prosecutors in order to get to a conviction. First, you have mere suspicion. That's simply a gut feeling. It's not enough to arrest anyone, okay? Officers or Walmart security may have had this feeling when they saw the woman push a cart full of bagged items past the checkout without stopping. Let's move up to reasonable suspicion. That's when you have enough evidence to believe that criminal activity is occurring. Here, bypassing every checkout station in the store and being unable to give a receipt reaches this level of reasonable suspicion. All right, that will allow any police officer to detain her to further investigate what's going on. Moving up one more level, we have probable cause. That's when there's enough evidence that first a crime has occurred and also that the suspect is involved. This is what's needed for an arrest. This is also what's needed to be able to request a search warrant. Let's move up one more level. We have number 4, preponderance of the evidence. This means it's more likely than not that the claim being submitted is true. 51% of the evidence is required to meet this level. This is used mostly in civil cases. But if this were a situation where Walmart was bringing a civil action against her, potentially maybe banning her from the store, testimony from the people who saw her and the surveillance cameras will be enough to meet this burden of 51%. Let's move on to clear and convincing evidence. Now, this is a higher standard than the 51%. It's also used mostly in civil cases. It requires about 75% of the evidence pointing to a claim being true. It's usually described as being highly likely or substantially likely that a person's claim is true. This is used in family court cases. This is used in employment administrative hearings and cases of that nature. To meet this burden here, they have a tape confession, they have some shifting answers, and they have the physical evidence, which is the merchandise. It'd be an easy bar to clear. Let's move on to beyond a reasonable doubt. This is the highest standard and is required in each criminal case. It means that there's no reasonable explanation besides the defendant being guilty. Here we have the body cam footage, we have the merchandise count, and we even have the woman's statement. Seems like it would be an easy case for a jury, right? With that, let's imagine ourselves being on this jury next. All right, so if we're on this jury, would you believe that she planned to return these items that she never paid anything for? Does her evasive language and the inconsistent story, does that hurt her credibility? And finally, what about her admission of the whole situation just being dumb? Would that be enough to convince you that this wasn't exactly planned? Or do you take that more for a last chance excuse? Remember, jurors are always asked to judge based on the facts and on the intent. And remember, when a person's intent is, if it's clouded by deception, even dumb decisions can carry criminal weight. All right, so in Florida, crossing that $750 threshold means you're not just shoplifting anymore. Now you're committing grand theft. And once that happens, no amount of apologies and, oh, I promise I was going to return it, are going to work. Alexis learned the hard way that even if your pockets are full, the law won't let you walk away full-handed. What do you think? Is it a scheme that went wrong? Or was it just a really bad decision made a little bit worse? Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to like, please share. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Remember, this is Advocacy Alchemy. I am Professor Ross. I'll see you tomorrow. Think before you act. Have a good day.